In this video, we're kind of going to go over some of the things that need to be changed there to increase your amount of traffic. I'm not really sure how many ads you guys are posting a day. I've logged into a couple accounts. I think here's one that you guys are using. As you can see, this one here is one of the links you sent me. A lot of those links you sent me are unavailable, which means they've been ghosted. This particular vehicle here has only got 10 views, and it's been live for 4 days. If you look in some of the other Facebook accounts that we use, you'll see a lot higher numbers as far as views. For example, this one here is way overpriced at $25,000. You're just not going to get a lot of interest in it. The oddball pricing, I would not do. If you notice the ones that we use, let me pull up a few that we actually use. If you'll notice, all my stuff is evenly priced. And like this truck is an 07 model at $4,500. It's got 1,400 views. This car is evenly priced, 6,800 views, 2,500 views on this Wrangler. This one hadn't done well. It's something we wouldn't use again. It's way overpriced at 6,800. It may have had that high of a bid when I posted it. This one's at 5,800, 1,500 views. This one was way overpriced at 6,800. If you notice, the ones you guys are using, they're all oddball priced vehicles, and price them evenly because people look at that as though it's a scam when they see that type of stuff, because a lot of the guys in India put odd prices on it. One thing I noticed, a lot of your stuff is getting ghosted. It means you're either posting the same IP address too often, or you're posting too many ads at a time. And sometimes you can make just as much money on 25 ads or 20 ads a day if they're the right 20 cars than what you will if you're trying to post 75 of them. As you can see, all these have been posted recently, and not a single one of them has a view. It means they're all ghosted, which means once they go ghosted, all of these vehicles that you've got through here are not showing up now. So really over-posting too many vehicles. This one, probably something we've posted since it's even numbered. Yeah, that was one of the ones I posted a while back. I typically will get a certain type of vehicle and I will stick with it. If you notice, we post a lot of Jeep Wranglers. Kind of scrolling through here to see how many views they're getting, and that's the reason why you're not making much money, is the cars are simply not getting a whole lot of views. 27, 46, 49, 84, 237, 155, and while you have a lot of cars posted, they're just not getting, it's not a type of vehicle that's getting a whole lot of responses. If you look at some of these that we have posted, let me pull a couple up. If you'll notice, we've got, this is a 2014 model, 2,571 views. This Lexus, 4,300 views. 1,600 on that one. Only 700, which means I wouldn't use that one again. if you notice, we put something a little different. This car has some damage to the back end, but it runs and drives. All of you guys' ads just say this car has damage. And it's hard for the interested buyers to, if you lose their interest pretty quickly, they're not going to come visit the site. So if it just says has damage, they're probably not going to come visit the site. And I think all of them just say there is damage to this vehicle. I would get more descriptive than that. If it's got damage to the rear end, put has a little damage to the back rear end, or has a little damage to the passenger side, has some good sized dents in the door, something other than that's a little more descriptive than just this damage. This vehicle is damaged. I would kind of tell people what type of damage the vehicle has. I would slow down on the posting some. If you've got 25 accounts, post one ad in each account. Just set it up like this. Go through and post one ad at a time on each account. Change your IP address each time. Let those 25 get live. And then let it rest for a little while instead of trying to post too many at once. But I think a big part of your problem is just simply the type of vehicle selection. Stick with Jeep Wranglers, trucks. You can look back through your data and see which ones have done well. But try to slow down on posting so many and pick better vehicles that are going to get a higher number of views. And I will go back in and check quite a few of your accounts. I haven't had a chance to check all of them yet, but this list here is the ones that I have, the 50 that I sent you. I realize you guys are getting these messages here, and some of them will do that from time to time. Some it's just as simple as changing the password on them, like this one. It's asking the password to be changed. And it's going to ask us to go in here and delete anything we didn't post. I don't actually want to delete them, so I have to uncheck them. Doesn't look like anything we posted. It may have been, but now that account's back ready to use. So not all of them are bad accounts. It's just asking that you change the password. If they do that, you can hit request review, and usually within a few days they're back on. These I haven't used or logged into in a long time. Like somebody has changed that password. We typically always change them. Somebody's changed that one, and I won't change it back in case it was you guys who changed it. Typically, if I do change them, I will always change them to the same password so we know what they are. And the accounts will go bad from time to time. Some of these still work, I know, because I've checked some of them, and some do not. But I think most of your issue is probably in the selection of the cars. If you'll notice, we may have 3 cars running that have gotten more views than 25 that are in some of your accounts. This one's got 2,500, and this one's got, between these 2 cars, we're looking at 7,000 views. And with this account, with all these that have been posted, between 1, 2, 3, 4, you're probably not going to come up with as many views as those 2 cars have gotten out of almost all of these ads. So it's probably better to slow down, take your time, kind of find some vehicles that are going to do well and get a lot of views, and don't post so much. I would stay away from commercial stuff like this that's not high demand. I mean, that one's got a little bit, but 261 people, but realistically, not a whole lot of people are going to be looking to buy a rollback unless you work in the automotive industry. That one's done pretty well, almost 1,000. It's a good looking car. So stuff like that, I would probably price it a little bit lower, maybe at 5,000. But most of these cars, you're kind of just wasting your time on something that's only going to get 9 views. Probably out of that, only 1 or 2 people are going to visit, and a lot of them are not going to click. So cars like this at 4, 7, 2, 86, I think that one must still be live. You're just not going to get very much traffic off those. So I would stick with focusing on vehicles that, like these, that are going to get a lot of views.